So right here on the color time regions, let's say again if you just trade between 1800, and I'll show you a couple examples, but let's say you're just trading between so we're just going to trade from 1800 on. So I want this to basically block out everything that is for 1800. Okay, and I need to make it a color different than my background. So we use like dark gray on here, or you could use black if you want to really get rid of it. And then make sure the other two are just set to basically go to the end of the day, because you don't want them to override. And then you can make them transparent. Just click on that, choose the top option right here. And now click OK. And now what it is, it blocked out basically from midnight to 6 p.m. So now I'm just seeing early 6 p.m. to midnight, because that's when I can trade. And again, if I, like I said, apply the apex pattern indicator or something like that, then I can just pay attention to the trades of the time that I actually trade. This is also really helpful for something like corn and soybeans that is very limited trading hours. So that way you're not looking at all the other trades and all the other hours that you couldn't even have taken. All right, so pretty simple. Another application is maybe there's a couple times a day that you trade. So maybe you want to black out, like you don't trade from midnight to 6 a.m. Okay. And then you do trade from 6 to, we could say 8, maybe just in the morning. And then you don't trade. Okay, so we're going to go here. We're going to make this one don't trade from, we'll say 8 a.m. to 1800. So, I mean, it takes a little getting used to and playing with it, but it's not really that hard. And so basically what you can tell is I can give you these are the 6 hours I can trade at night and the 2 hours I can trade during the day. What trade setups are there? Are there enough trades for me during that time? And you can really focus in on that time of day. Pretty easy, right? Yeah, and if you want to add more than 3 regions, what you'll do is go over here and add on another color time region. So you can get this thing really intricately detailed if you want to. A couple of settings just to go over. Remind you change your colors, make sure they don't overlap. You can add more than one if you do want to get really detailed. And I use Eastern time on everything because I line up all my computer set at Eastern time. I don't live in the Eastern time zone, but financial news is usually Eastern time released, and Nadex, which I trade a lot, is Eastern time based on their expirations. So just to make sure I don't confuse, I use Eastern time across the board. You can change the if you want to get rid of the label, you can also delete the labels. So that's optional. And you can apply color time regions to different, if you had different data series on the same chart, you could get more advanced with that. That'd be a little bit more advanced application. Not necessarily, useful or not, but you can also set an alert to alert you at the beginning and end of a session. I know one additional use that I've seen a couple traders use this for is they'll actually use it for news. So they'll go in and they'll actually just edit this to match up when news is coming out. And they'll put it to be like 15 minutes before the news. And it just lets them know, like, ding, hey, what is that for? Oh, that's for the news. So session begin, session end. Just so they're, either one, getting ready to put on the news, or two, getting ready to get out of the way. So that's another sort of helpful on your chart alert. There's a lot of ways to use it, but that just gives you, just a few different ideas and you can play with the different settings and just see what all of them do. There's a lot of little settings in here. All right. That is the color time region. It's a pretty simple indicator. If you have any questions, let us know in the forum.